So I usually talk about meditation or consciousness or um, that type of discipline and things like that. And it's very dear to me. I spend the most part of my day, if I'm not doing actually physical moving meditation, um, I'm meditating just with my thoughts. In other words, focusing the mind and clearing the mind. And I'm getting pretty good at that, harnessing the energy of thought and quieting the mind. So I spend most of the day in that state. We're practicing that. I drive a lot, so it gives me a great opportunity to practice my breathing meditation and even posture meditation and even qigong. When I'm sitting in my seat driving, I can practice qigong, opening up the channels and holding the steering wheel, and then practicing the breathing. So there's the physical practice, the breath, the moving meditation, postures, but there's also the thought meditation, which is just meditating or being aware of the thought, the stream of thoughts, and then controlling them so that there's a sort of emptiness or spaciousness there. If we can stop that process, we have what becomes this space then, which is consciousness. There's no more streams of thoughts going on. The analogy is used quite often. A pond or a body of water, a lake, is the actual substance of the mind. And then all the ripples and wavelets are the thoughts. Mm. So a smooth and calm lake with no ripples. And or perhaps a river, a stream of consciousness and thoughts can be described as a river current, oftentimes very strong and tumultuous and going over rocks and rapids, and that we ourselves identify so much with that river of thought or emotions or experiences. We identify so much with it that we're carried along by that. We're carried along by that. And we confuse ourselves with it. We think that must be life, this incessant movement and changing from one thought to another and one emotion. So we identify the mistaken views that we identify ourselves with that, or we identify ourselves with our thinking, our emotions, and these changes that come and go. So there's no quietude. So the river then um, is a question of stepping out of the river in a meditation that you could practice. When I talk about this thought meditation, um, we're stepping out of the river. And now instead of being carried along by it, sort of unconsciously, we're just carried along by our stream of thoughts. We step out of it and we observe it. So that's the first step. And and then we can determine how that river flows through practice. And we could even slow it down and stop it if we want. And then we have all this empty. The Buddhists call it emptiness. It's not really emptiness; it's the spaciousness. It's creative space. It's fertile ground because then we can choose to focus on whatever we want. And then I could focus on improving my any area of my life or my cognitive process or problem I'm working through. or something I'm trying to learn. So I have that energy. So anyway, the point of this video is a little bit vanity because is more about vanity because I am vain in a self-conscious way, and I need a hat for the winter, and unfortunately I like skull caps. It's just my style. It suits me. I like skull caps. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing a baseball cap. But the problem is that most people associate skull caps with Muslims, and I don't particularly care for that type of a cultural expression or cultural symbol, the Islamic faith. You know that I don't. So the question is, first, I think I think this looks pretty good. I'm not going to be modest. I like the way this looks. It's me. This is a motorcycle. This is for a motorcycle underneath the helmet, but it's also nice and warm. So my question is, even though I have this skull cap and I have others that are even more beautiful, I never wear them because I don't want to arouse negative attention in the general population. So I'm just interested in your thoughts on it. What do you think? Should I wear? I'm going to wear it anyway today, but should I wear this skull cap or not? And how do you think people will react to it and respond to it? All right. Talk to you later. Bye.